Imagine having a conversation with AI that feels as natural as chatting with a close friend. That's exactly what GPT-5 is bringing to the table. OpenAI recently announced their groundbreaking language model, GPT-5, and it's all anyone can talk about. What revolutionary features does it bring? How will it change the future of AI? And most importantly, when can we get our hands on it? These burning questions are on everyone's minds, and today we're diving deep to uncover the answers. So, stay tuned as we unravel the mysteries and reveal everything you need to know about the incredible evolution of GPT, leading up to GPT-5. You won't want to miss this. Evolution of GPT. In this era of AI, if there's one company that keeps giving us something to be hyped up about, it's definitely the industry leader, OpenAI. In fact, the evolution of GPT from 2018 to now has been nothing short of absolutely insane. If we go back to GPT-1, which was released back in 2018, it was a simple AI model pre-trained on a vast amount of text that made it fine-tuned for some specific tasks. With small datasets, it was like you taught a child to read and write essays. It wasn't much. Even at the time, it didn't gain a whole lot of hype, but it did lay an amazing foundation for the models to come. Then, in 2019 came GPT-2, which had 10 times more parameters than GPT-1 with 1.5 billion parameters in total. In simpler terms, it was like AI went from a basic children's bicycle to a whole powerful sports car. It was extremely powerful for its time, but it had a huge potential for misuse, which led to OpenAI withholding the model and working on improving the responsible aspect of AI. Then came GPT-3 in 2020, which was the base architecture of ChatGPT, and we all know how insane that was. GPT-3 brought a huge leap in AI capabilities, with a total of 175 billion parameters. With minimal prompts, it was able to perform a wide range of tasks, but it wasn't until the release of GPT 3.5 that it actually became a beneficial tool for developers, researchers, businesses, and even students. GPT 3.5 is the fastest GPT model, with an even faster response time than GPT-4, and it came with huge leaps as it was able to understand and generate natural language, or even code. It became an immensely invaluable tool in a variety of fields, from creative writing to customer service. In fact, GPT-3 and GPT 3.5 was the moment when the world started to realize just how much AI could achieve. Taking it a step further, OpenAI introduced ChatGPT-4 in 2023, which brought a whole lot of refinements in the understanding and generation of text. With GPT-4, AI became more able to handle complex queries and maintain a longer conversation. GPT-3 was like having a basic conversation, but GPT-4 was even cooler, as it was like having a great discussion with a friend who had a huge river of knowledge. But GPT-4 was only able to accept text inputs. OpenAI recently launched their GPT-4o, in which the O is for Omni. This had the same level of intelligence as GPT-4, but it came with multimodal abilities, which means it accepts text, image, or audio inputs and outputs text. GPT-4o also increased the response speed with double the speed of GPT-4. But even now, despite its amazing advancements, we all know that GPT-4 or GPT-4o still has some limitations. One, it can't take video inputs. It generates only text. And most importantly, there are the occasional inaccuracies or inconsistencies you might face, or the lack of real-world knowledge. In other words, the AI hallucinations. And that is what GPT-5 aims to solve. What's new with GPT-5? So I'm sure there's one question on everyone's minds. What exactly is GPT-5 bringing for us? Well, in the words of the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman himself, the most important thing is that the models are just going to get smarter, generally across the board. There will be a lot of other things too, which we can talk about, but if you think about what happened from GPT-3 to 3.5 to 4, it just got smarter. And honestly, that's the bottom line of it all. In fact, that's the perfect bottom line to explain AI advancements in general. It just keeps getting smarter and smarter. In fact, with GPT-5, it's believed that it will have PhD-level intelligence. The CTO of OpenAI, Mira Murati, explained this when she compared the intelligence levels of all the models and said, if you look at the trajectory of improvement, systems like GPT-3 were maybe toddler-level intelligence. And then systems like GPT-4 are more like smart high schooler intelligence. And then, in the next couple of years, we're looking at PhD intelligence for specific tasks. Things are changing and improving pretty rapidly. An AI model having a PhD-level intelligence is something that is definitely insane. But many different individuals had a pretty humorous take on this. For instance, take this tweet from the researcher Neil Rennick. The replies on this tweet were quite a treat too. Definitely check them out if you're looking for a fix of laughter. But anyway, let's get back to the original topic. Besides PhD-level intelligence, what else does GPT-5 bring us? Well, firstly and most importantly, GPT-5 is promised to have a far better understanding of context than GPT-4. In fact, one of the most significant improvements of the new model is how it will be able to understand and maintain the context of conversations over highly extended conversations as well. This necessarily means AI will now be able to remember exact details from earlier in your conversation, due to which you'll have more contextually relevant responses no matter how the conversation evolves. Think of how you can go from one topic to another with a human seamlessly, and they'll still remember any boundaries or preferences you have. Well, in a similar way, AI will be able to remember your preferences or any instructions you give it, without even losing track of the first message. That's why ChatGPT-5 is explained as a state-of-the-art language model that makes it feel like you are communicating with a person rather than a machine. Other than that, GPT-5 also has more advanced multimodal capabilities than the existing models, which means it will be able to process text, images, and audio like GPT-4o. But taking it a step further, it is expected to also process video input. And unlike GPT-4 or GPT-4o, it will also be able to generate text, images, audio, or maybe even video. This could open up a whole lot of possibilities. You could talk to AI and have it understand the audio and respond with an audio. Or you could even send it a picture of your math problem or a bug in your code, and it could solve it for you in the picture. But the most important advancements that are pretty exciting are the fact that with video input and output, it can significantly help in the field of video editing. Moreover, GPT-5 is expected to have an improved personalization. That means it will be able to tailor its responses in a way that relates to your personal needs. This links back to the fact that it has a better context understanding. GPT-5 will remember your interaction history, your preferences, and your needs, which means ChatGPT won't just be a general language model now. It will be like your own personal assistant that offers you exactly what you need. Imagine if AI could remember your favorite genres of movies, or the preferred way you like to learn. So, next time when you ask for help, it will know how to help you, not how to help the general public. Because of this cool personal touch, AI becomes an even better option for customer service and tutoring. Of course, there are major improvements in terms of efficiency and scalability as well. These improvements could potentially lead to a lot faster response times and the ability to handle a lot more simultaneous interactions than GPT-4 ever could. Up till now, the response speed of GPT-4 was considered a compromise for many businesses. GPT-4o did improve on it, but GPT-5 promises to increase the response speed even further. This potentially means that GPT-5 would be able to offer real-time help and could be able to manage up to thousands of customer queries in a simultaneous manner. Last but not the least, ethical deployment has always been a strong focus for OpenAI, and GPT-5 was no different and is expected to include more ethical advancements as well. So we might be seeing some advanced mechanisms to ensure there is no harmful or biased content, and sensitive topics are handled in a better way. With this ethical deployment, AI will become more trustable, reliable, and safer for many diverse environments. Earlier this year in a Q&A session at Stanford, Sam Altman said, "GPT-4 is the dumbest model any of you will ever have to use again." As bold as that statement is from the CEO himself, it's actually hinting at the huge potential of the successors that are about to come. And GPT-5 is definitely going to be another huge leap in the world of AI by OpenAI. Expected release date. Knowing all the new features of GPT-5 has definitely caused a whole lot of excitement. And there's one question on everyone's minds. When is it actually being released? Well, that's the problem. The answer is still not solid, and OpenAI itself has not announced an official date. But as per guesses, the earliest we can expect the release is late 2024 or early 2025. This late release date has definitely frustrated some people, with people going as far as saying it is way too long and other companies might take over. But I personally don't think the excitement of GPT-5 will die down anytime soon or any other company might take over. But what do you think of this release date? Do let me know in the comments down below. One thing's for sure though, no matter when GPT-5 is released, OpenAI has already solidified its name as the industry leader in the world of AI, especially now that Apple Intelligence is also coming out and getting so much hype around the world. In fact, this partnership between OpenAI and Apple has been quite the talk of the town. And if you want to know more about it, do check out our video Apple's AI Innovation or Invasion, Why Elon Musk is Outraged.